welcome back to my channel. Now for today's reaction video, I thought that we would jump into a Ariana Grande video. I did not like how my voice sounded in that moment. Now, in truth, I've already seen the music video like a good 3 to 4 times while listening to the song on my phone about 15 million times. Not literally, but you know, like a good 100. I'm probably in that ballpark or whatever. But regardless of the fact, decided that I wasn't going to go ahead and jump straight into the video because I already saw it. And I'm kind of glad that I did because I got a chance to look at other reactors and they gave me a little bit more insight. I already knew about Mean Girls. I didn't know about 13 going on 30. The Bring It On, which I was very pleasantly surprised about, and Legally Blonde as well. So this video was just everything beyond imagine about. This video was everything about. Oh my god. This video was everything beyond imagination and expectation. So we're going to go ahead and jump into something that does kind of give a better insight on the video. So this video is going to be the all of the Easter egg references in Ariana Grande's Thank You Next music video explained. So I guess they're going to give us some good information that I probably didn't pick up on, or some of the reactors that I've looked at didn't pick up on. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and see what exactly this explanation has to give us about the music video. Okay.
Ariana Grande has finally dropped her highly anticipated video for Thank You Next. The song is both a breakup anthem and a tribute to her high-profile exes. Plus, it was Ariana's first #1 on the Hot 100.
Really?
It's broken streaming records on Spotify and spawned a ton of memes.
It's her first one?
The video had to be just as epic. So here's an in-depth look at everything you need to know about the video, including things that even the most die-hard Arianators might have missed.
Really?
The video honors 4 iconic movies of the early 2000s. To do justice to these classics, Ariana brought in a star-studded ensemble.
And I caught on.
Cast members
Yes, I missed her.
Let's start with the beginning, which was released earlier this week as a teaser for the full video.
But I caught on to all 3 of them except for 13 on 30.
It's a riff on the scene that introduced us to the infamous Regina George, told in the style of confessional interviews.
Yeah.
Regina George is flawless.
But this time, the topic of conversation is Ariana instead of Regina.
And I saw this on the Instagram.
Mean Girls is replaced with some equally ridiculous.
Colleen, Troy, and Aaron, I believe.
Right off the bat, the pop star addresses
he was originally in the movie.
Speculation that lasted throughout her relationship with comedian Pete Davidson.
One time on Twitter, I heard Ariana was pregnant, so I got pregnant so we could be pregnant at the same time.
And she looks cute.
Turns out it was just a rumor.
The line is delivered by Colleen Ballinger, aka Miranda Sings, popular
her
YouTuber
one of her
and longtime friend of
BFFs.
Ariana's. And yes, the baby bump is real. Colleen is 8 months pregnant. For the next scene,
I followed the
Ariana
journey.
tapped Jonathan Bennett, who played heartthrob Aaron Samuels in the real movie.
Ariana Grande.
He still look good too.
My hair looks sexy pushed back. She's not wrong.
Sound familiar? It's a play on this scene in the cafeteria, where Regina aggressively flirts with Aaron as a way of taunting Katie.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Pushback. Katie, will you please tell him his hair looks sexy pushback?
Then the pop star proves she's not afraid to make fun of herself, with a joke about her short-lived engagement to Pete Davidson.
Ariana broke off an engagement, so I found a guy to propose to me.
And I'm glad that they got her in there too.
This segment features another familiar face, actor Stephanie Drummond, aka Bethany Bird, who delivered some of the most quotable lines in the original.
She got some hair on her.
I've got a heavy flow and a wide-set vagina.
Aussie pop star and Ariana collaborator Troy Sivan comes in for the next bit.
I heard she's a lesbian now and dating some chick called Aubrey. It's sick.
Troy's line is a joke about
That was a good
some
performance,
misheard
too.
lyrics in Thank You Next.
And I love they kept the unedited part.
Ariana singing about self-love. But when the single first dropped, some fans heard Ari as Aubrey and thought the pop star was coming out. Didn't help that
I kind of thought that too for a minute. For a quick second, then I got it together.
Scott Nicholson, Ariana's friend and backup dancer.
I heard if you record her snoring and play it backwards, it sounds like Fantasia.
Here, Fantasia could refer to R&B singer Fantasia Barrino, who performed along with Ariana at Aretha Franklin's funeral in August. On the other hand, it could also be referring to the film Fantasia, an animated musical released by Disney in 1940. Ariana is a hardcore musical lover after all.
I was thinking the first
last impression
Fantasia.
is from YouTuber and Ariana lookalike, Gabby DiMartino.
I heard about her.
Ariana says, honest to God, knocked me out. So I decided to punch myself in the face. It was awesome.
Her makeup is
This
good.
part is extra clever, because Gabby did a parody of Ariana that went viral. The line itself is inspired by another one of Bethany Bird's most classic quotes.
One time she punched me in the face. It was awesome.
Oh,
This
cool.
baby girl on a necklace and a cheerleading top. Some fans think these are hints at a future song or album title, but only time will tell on this one. At this
Interesting.
point, we're dying to see Ariana as Regina. We get our wish when the song finally starts, and Ari is shown lying on her bed, flipping through her burn book. But this time around, it's less like a burn book and more like a scrapbook, full of fond memories and kind things to say about her exes. From her backup dancer Ricky Alvarez to former fiance Pete. But the most
With that-
interesting
with,
page
the
by
face
far
scratch.
is dedicated to Ariana's one-time flame, Big Sean. Apparently, the rapper could still get it.
Oh, okay, girl.
For them? Next, it's doing what they do best, strutting down the hallway in pink.
She looked just like her,
Liz
Jade.
Liz Gillies.
Liz.
Starred with Ariana on the Knicks sitcom
Yes,
Warriors.
she looked
And
good
on
though.
Broadway musical
And I'm so glad they
Back.
have a good friendship even after the show.
The spaced out Karen Smith is now played by Alexa Luria. Alexa's been close pals with Ari since the age of 10, and the
Wow.
singer even got a tattoo in her honor. Gretchen Wieners is played by Courtney
True
Shipolo,
friend goals.
another one of Ariana's BFFs, whom she often refers to as her cousin. No one seems to know if they're actually related or not. Both
Oh,
Alexa
nice.
and Courtney will appear again later.
That
in
was
the
a good
video
one too.
as
I
members of
lost
the
it when I
Tourist
saw
team
that.
from Bring It
I was
On.
like, yes, bring it on.
Perfect casting.
And Kris Jenner.
As Mrs. George, aka the original Cool Mom.
Oh, I forgot she played the mother on the original Mean Girls.
Infamous dance to Jingle Bell Rock. In the crowd, we see Kris Jenner looking thrilled, cheering them on, and of course making sure to get everything on camera. Interestingly enough, it looks like Ariana had planned on having a Mean Girls theme for the video, since before she'd even released the song. Oh, and it shouts out Insider too. Thanks, Ari.
Oh,
Next up,
nice.
Ari
Nice
and
little
friends reenact
promo
another cult film of the early aughts.
for
Bring It
them.
On.
Yes. And the first one, which was the best one in my opinion.
The East Compton Clovers in their green uniforms and the Rancho Carne Toros.
That's why you should never do sequels. They're not good as the original, baby.
It was RCH for Rancho Carne High, but now the letters are TUN.
Unless you're doing it in a music video, then maybe.
It looks like Ariana is playing Kirsten Dunst's character, Torrance, the captain of the Toros. Her team is composed of Colleen, Alexa, and
Yeah.
Courtney, all of whom appeared earlier in the video as well. The fifth member is Daniela Monet, who you might recognize as Trina from Victorious.
I didn't even know. Oh my
It's a
gosh.
tough competition here, because this time the Clovers.
I don't think anybody picked up on that.
All of whom have backed Ariana on tour.
Oh,
This
cool.
segment
I didn't even know
is
that.
probably the cutest part of the Bring It On segment, especially because
Oh,
we
yeah.
get another member of
Robbie.
the Victorious cast, Matt Bennett.
Oh, yeah,
We
Matt.
had Robbie Shapiro on the show, but here he appears as Cliff from Bring It On.
And he looked good too.
Ari and Robbie reenact the flirty teeth brushing competition that happens between Torrance and Cliff.
Yeah,
Later in the movie,
for a minute I
Cliff
forgot
wants a tape with the song
that
he wrote for her,
I
inspiring
get
her
to
to
it later.
dance on her bed in celebration.
yeah.
Here, though, the tape is labeled To Ari from Ari, reminding us that at the end of the day, Thank You Next is a song that Ariana wrote for herself.
Mm-hmm.
There's a shout out to her brother Frankie too, with this picture of him ice skating on the wall. Our next
Cool.
inspiration.
I was curious about where he was in the video.
Some of the most sentimental shots in the video are inspired by the final few scenes in this movie.
Now I saw the movie, but I didn't find anything that stood out, so this completely skipped over my head.
To see him getting married to someone else.
But I did see the movie. I do remember seeing certain parts of it.
There's someone in a strapless gown and veil that's similar to Jenna's at the end. While the ponytail seems to suggest that it's a future Ariana, we never see her face, so we really can't be sure. It seems like Ariana left it intentionally ambiguous, because the future itself is ambiguous. Makes sense. This scene
It matched up with the song very nicely, though.
Canceled wedding with Pete, something she alludes to in the lyrics to Thank You Next. This segment reminds us that anything can happen, and it perfectly complements the closing lines of the song. Let's take a moment to appreciate the details in this model dollhouse. Also, note that one of the paper figurines is made of a selfie Ari took a few weeks ago.
Nice.
Our next cinematic inspiration,
Legally Blonde.
She's even driving Elle's signature Porsche, but with a license plate that's personalized to Ari. 7 rings refers to the friendship rings she got with her 6 best friends. During her time in the limelight, Ariana has consistently been able to prove her haters wrong.
Them
So
heels
it's no
though.
surprise she
And that
identifies with Elle
dog.
Woods, the whip-smart
That
sorority
eyeshadow.
sister turned Harvard law student. Ariana decked out in
And that
pink
hair.
has Elle down to a T. Bruiser, Elle's chihuahua, is played by Ariana's pup Toulouse. She said in a tweet that he was the most professional living being she'd ever been on set with. The highlight, though, is truly the cameo from Jennifer Coolidge, who played Elle's sidekick, Paulette Bonafonte, in the original. She reprises her role here, and we're treated to a reenactment of the salon.
I'm so glad they casted her.
The birthplace of the Bendenstein. Ariana demonstrates the move for us, and the whole salon breaks out into a dance party.
Ooh.
Paulette's love interest, the UPS guy, comes in at just the right time. But wait, those letters don't spell out UPS. The acronym stands for Big Energy, a horny Twitter joke that a lot of people made about Pete Davidson dating Ariana.
I wonder if he probably does. Normally skinny guys normally have like the biggest
And
ones.
studies on the treadmill with Elle's orange old-school MacBook. She also lounges on the green with a pile of law books, but notice what she's reading. It's titled Immigration and Refugee Law and Policy. Given the ongoing refugee crisis, this detail could be Ari's way of making a political statement about the U.S. government's treatment of immigrants and refugees.
Good for her.
Okay, but just when you thought there couldn't possibly be anything more to say here, let's take a closer look at that dollhouse from the 13 Going on 30 segment. You'll notice that some of the decor and furniture just kind of looks familiar. That's because each miniature room is based on one of the rooms from the video. Yep, there are some serious layers here. Whether you spent your formative years in the early 2000s or not, you have to admire the amount of detail that went into this project. Ariana teased this video for a while, but now we can say for sure it was definitely worth the wait.
Nice. She looked good as a blonde too. Like, I don't know if that was platinum blonde or what, but she looked good. Okay, but yeah, it's good to kind of see some nice insight on the video because there were a lot of things, like I didn't know about the immigration and refugee thing. So that was a nice little thing that I'm glad that the insider was able to catch. But yeah, what I was going to go into with the... you're gonna have to forgive me. It takes me a minute to learn the true actor's name. So for right now, I'm just gonna call him Robbie because I remember that's Mark, I think his actual name is. But just to be safe, we'll say Robbie. I forgot for a quick second that bathroom scene I thought it was, for whatever reason, I was thinking that it was supposed to be like brother and sister in the bathroom scene. Like they were just kind of like being siblings doing stupid whateverness. But I remember that Kirsten Dunst and the guy who was doing the bathroom scene with her, like they were both like in a relationship because he was a part of the band. I think he was like one of the male dancers, and he had a crush on Kirsten, and they kind of had this like on and off, or this like should they not kind of romance thing going on. I think that was it. It's been a minute since I've watched the show, or since I watched the movie. But yeah, I forgot that they were not like, they weren't siblings. They weren't like brother and sister. They were more like semi, almost close to love, romance, Romeo, Juliet kind of situation. I think, right? It's been a minute. But I think Kirsten Dunst's character had a brother, right? I think so. I'll have to check the movie again. It's been a minute, but I think so. And then also with the concept of the video, I figured out the like I said, I figured out the Mean Girls reference. I figured out the Bring It On reference, and I figured out the Legally Blonde reference. But it took me a minute. It's not only until I started looking at other reactors reacting to the actual movie video, music video, that 13 going on 30 was a part of the situation as well. So then I was like, oh, okay. Because for me, 13 going on 30 didn't really have too much of a thing where I was able to kind of like pinpoint a certain moment to that movie. So that just kind of flew over my head. So, you know, it was what it was. But all of them were good movies. And to be quite frank with you, after looking at the music video for a good couple of days now, because I think this is like my third day that I checked it out, because I checked it out earlier today. And to be truthful with you, it makes me want to go back and watch some of those movies. And quite frankly, I probably will, because I loved the first Bring It On. Like, no other Bring It On could really compare. The one with Solange Knowles was nice. You know, I really supported it mainly because Solange Knowles was in it. But other than that, I don't really remember anything about that story. I don't remember any of the plot lines, the twists, or any of that sort. And I think they had another one right after that, and I completely disregarded that. I did not pay no attention to that whatsoever, because the first one was the best one. Point blank, period. But like I said, if you're going to do a sequel, then it needs to be in a music video, and it needs to be well produced like this. Otherwise, next. Thank you, next. Hopefully, with all of that being said, you all enjoyed this. If you guys have any other comments or requests, or if you guys want to leave any comments down in my comment section below, then by all means, just do so, and I'll be more than happy to check them out, respond back, and just have a little bit of a chit chat going on in the comment sections down below. So, oh, and if you want to check out the original video, then by all means, I will send you the original link to this video in my description box below. It hit the Hot Topics list, which was very nice. It was like a couple of things right under the actual Ariana Grande video on Hot Topics. And I think that she lasted for a good two days. 2 days on the Hot Topics, because I was waiting to see how long she was going to last at #1, and she lasted there for a good minute, and she got a good amount of views off of it from there. Well, not from there, but you know, just while she was up there. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will talk to all of you guys later. So just always remember to PLEs, like, comment, and subscribe to all of my videos, and keep shining bright, my true blue diamonds. Thank you. Next.